fucking get it right, bro.
All right, here we go. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Is there anything off limits?
No.
Nope.
Welcome to the Jokes by Joe show. I am your host, Josiah James. With me, the lovely co-host, Doug McKizzle.
What's up?
Boom. And also our very special guest, comedian Tyler Rothrock.
Hello, thank you for calling me special.
He's a comedian. He's also awaiting further accomplishments.
Yeah, that's very good. I'll take that. I'll take that. That implies that they're coming.
Right.
And we're not so sure.
It also implies that there were accomplishments.
Yeah, further implies that there was at least one.
Oh, dude, that Sapporo's good. You ever have Japanese beer?
Yeah.
So good. You go to a hibachi grill, and then like Ichiban or the one on South Side, and then
What do you mean the one on South? There's one right on North Side. You're in North.
yeah, North Side, but on
What's the steak
yeah,
thing? I
Market
love that
Street.
place,
Oh,
though.
it's so expensive. So expensive.
But that's, I mean,
You just gotta pay it.
you gotta, whenever somebody says that, I'm like, so you're thinking of that over the experience.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, forget how expensive it is.
All right, so like you go to, we went to Melting Pot. I took my family to Melting Pot.
Yeah.
All right,
All right, I have opinions about melting.
Me
Pot.
too.
Go ahead.
$300.
Yeah, dude, it's insane.
That's insane.
And you cooked it yourself.
Yeah,
I've never.
Exactly,
Melting
right?
Pot is the worst
Yeah.
place.
It's
How did they get
terrible.
away with that? And,
Absolutely
It's insane.
terrible.
and the place was packed.
Lauren and I
Right?
we went one time and just because, we were going to have a fancy night out, and we go, and I knew it was fondue, but they bring us all the shit.
Don't.
Yeah, well, they bring us all the shit, and we don't know how long to
Yeah,
cook it. We
yeah.
don't have a thermometer or anything.
Yeah, it's
So we
not-
just threw everything in.
Yeah.
And we're just like, we're never doing this ever again. And we said what we'll do is we'll have dinner at home,
Yeah.
and then we'll go there for dessert.
Yes.
No, but don't
The
even do
dessert's
that.
good.
Naomi, my girlfriend, took her son. The kid likes to go there
Yeah.
for his birthday. Like that's what they did.
Yeah.
So that's what she did. I went and they got like literally cheese, melted cheese, and bread, and then one of the chocolate things. It was $80.
Oh, yeah.
My
And
God.
I got Miller Lights. They were skunked. The people didn't know what that even meant. I'm like, what are you using the beer to cook the?
It's just the
It's
soup.
just in the soup.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that place is terrible.
I hate talking shit on places. Like
Yeah.
I don't like the Yelp culture, but I will talk shit on them.
Yeah, I've been there once, and I can't say that it was like a bad experience with the waiters or anything. It was just the idea of paying to do your shit.
Yeah.
All you did in the back was chop. Like, do
Yeah.
they even have ovens?
I feel like, and then all the food that you know what they won't let you take it home with you.
Really?
Yeah.
What are they going to do if you
the
do?
raw stuff they have.
Oh,
to
the
take
raw
it.
stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
But like I paid for it,
Yeah.
so
No, but
it's
they'll
mine.
be liable if you get
I don't-
sick or something.
Fucking whatever.
Well, they're not liable if I don't cook it. If I just don't
Right.
cook it on the table.
No,
Right.
that's
'Cause what if he
now
undercooks-
on you.
What if he undercooks it?
That's now on you.
It's not like you're signing a waiver.
I don't think you get chicken. You can't get chicken.
No,
There's
I
no
don't.
chicken.
I don't. We didn't. It was beef for us.
Yeah, you are wild if you order chicken from Melting
Yeah,
Pot.
I'll have the pork.
Yeah. I just got sushi, and I was just like,
Yeah.
"What am I?"
Oh,
why
they
why
had that there?
No, I was just kidding.
Oh.
I was like, "Why do I need this?"
Yeah, yeah.
Just gonna eat it raw.
But my Japanese restaurant, like if I go to like a sushi place or whatever, Sapporo, but then you get the sake. I like hot sake.
Yeah.
People give me a hard time about that. You're supposed to drink it cold, but I like hot sake.
I thought you were supposed to drink it hot.
Will they serve it hot for you?
They will.
They come.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
But,
thought it's
It's like-
traditionally hot.
I guess the better so the story I got, they serve it hot because the better sakis is supposed to be cold. But like I think when we were in our troops were in Japan, the sake was so bad that they heated up.
That they bombed them.
Yeah.
They bombed the shit out of them twice.
Real quick. You have 5 minutes to change this, or something's gonna happen.
That's all you got? That's all. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Or no, it was so cold that they
Yeah.
something about the sake.
It was cold until we nuked them, and
Yeah,
now
yeah.
it's blazingly
It's like-
hot,
Radiated.
and it gives you radiation poisoning.
That's how we commemorate. Like, the fucking bomb is like
Yeah.
we make sake hot.
Yeah. That's how. A little ashy.
Yeah. Just to catch you up from last episode, Tyler, Doug and I settled a score where
A score of a game I wasn't even playing.
Those are the best
Dude,
games.
I have the fucking tape where you're like, yo, play back the soundbite where I said women
Such
aren't
a
funny.
child. You're a child. You're a little kid.
Welcome to country.
Oh, sorry, wrong one.
What if that just said the N word a bunch? You're like, oh, now we got Josiah. Now we got him.
Yeah. Funny.
Oh, wait.
Women aren't funny.
Oh, no.
So he said it. So based on that, so I wanted to play.
Rarely is it the co-host tries to cancel you.
I just don't understand. It's such a big thing for him. I don't give a shit about
you
it.
wanna know why?
And he puts so much work into it.
You know why?
It's
Here's
like
why.
it's like he built a card house with
All right.
7 decks of cards, and I just came in and was like,
Will you let me have this?
I don't.
Will
You can have all of it. I don't
let me
care
have
about
a
it.
little victory. I've
You
been
all
married.
right? So
for
you want me to care about it?
I've been married for
That's
14
what it
No,
is.
I don't want you to care. I've been married for 14 years. I'm never right, dude.
That's 28 years to Susie.
28 years. What do you mean?
Nothing.
Oh, because it's
Matt-
twice as long?
Yeah.
Is that the thing?
Yeah, I imagine
I did a
being
little
married to
math
you is
right
like,
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so you've been married for 40 years?
14.
Oh, shit. I said 40 years.
Dude, how old do you think I am?
I was
Tyler?
doing math in the other way. I was like, oh, I thought you had a different wife.
Yo, we came up in the comedy
I
scene
know,
at
but
the
you
same
don't
time.
know. You're
Like, what are you, 35?
7.
37, okay.
7.
So I'm.
But
I've
dude,
got-
people get married. I mean, I don't know where you're from. Maybe like Bath or like those people get married young as hell.
Yeah, they
yeah.
do.
Like,
No, I didn't get married till I was.
They're like, I got some pussy.
Young-
I'm marrying that one.
dude, I
young
know people that
30s.
got married in high school.
young
Now-
30s.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they were married, bro.
Married.
Yeah.
Like before they graduated.
I don't know. I think I don't know. I think I said
Do
something.
you still have to ask your wife if she'll
Yeah.
go to prom with you?
yeah. I love this setup because you can't see my double chin as much. It's hidden.
All right, this came across my. I guess it was Reddit. Sorry, I thought it was TikTok, but it's not. So this, I guess she has a heckler, and this is how she deals with it.
Okay, wait, what made you want to ask him?
Why are you making it sound like we're a couple?
Oh my god, don't get scared. What? It's not.
It's not my fault you don't have material.
Oh, it's not that. Wow, look at you.
Yeah.
I could leave right now if
Well,
I
I can
wanted.
roast you too. You can't just roast all of us and get nothing. Is that not fair?
I see. So you were afraid because you felt like I was saying you're gay.
I can take the mic if you want.
It's okay. He's your new friend.
I will say this, like, it is such a hard time in this world right now. There are so many people that came together to be supportive and fucking amazing, and you're putting negative, no, fucking look me in the eyes, you're putting negative fucking energy out here. This is the last show of my fucking, look me in the fucking eyes. It's the last, look at me. It's the last show of my fucking weekend. It's a sold out show, and you want to say mean shit to me, okay? So don't fucking do that.
Okay, so there it is.
How do you follow that?
I mean,
Well, it's the last show of the night, right?
No, but I mean, how do you segue
don't know.
back
I mean,
into your material?
there's so much. I would need so much more context.
Yeah.
Because she was fucking with him.
Yeah,
was,
and
yeah.
but that's not how you handle a heckler.
No, I know. I mean,
Right.
the thing is, there's so much other like. Did that dude start saying some wild shit?
Yeah, was he saying stuff before that clip? And like, was there
Because just that
yeah.
that clip is like,
Yeah.
I think you kind of
Hey,
got there.
I
Yeah.
wanted to play the 8-minute clip, but I got shot down. You know what I think about this, Doug?
not playing something so long? Women aren't funny.
That's what I think. That's what I think. He fucking hates me.
I don't hate him. I just have
Your
no emotion
co-host.
about it. He wants you to be angered.
Is there tension here?
No,
No.
Not at
absolutely
all.
not.
Like he thinks I can't.
Kiss.
He thinks I give
You guys need to
any
kiss.
shit about that.
I wish you would just kiss. each other.
It's like
What would it take to get you to kiss Josiah?
It's like he's shooting. It's like he's shooting at something that's just like stop. Just
Yeah.
All right, I'll
Doesn't
listen
matter.
to you for once. Fine.
no, you won't.
Tyler,
No, you won't.
Tyler, Doug, and I did a show. Was that like 2012? Jimmy's Place. Do you remember the show we did there, Tyler?
I think it was like
yes,
2011 or
yes,
something
yes.
like
Okay.
that. Yeah.
It was a long time ago, like 12, 13 years ago.
Yeah.
Is that the place over by that like shitty hotel?
It's a little Irish. You talking about the place in Jersey?
Oh, I was talking
No,
about
no,
the
no,
Nights
no.
Inn- I was
Jimmy's
talking about the
Jimmy's
night-
place. The show you produced.
Yeah,
Jimmy's place.
Jimmy's.
Yeah.
I thought you did one of those too. I did 2 of them there.
That's what he's saying. I think we did it
Yeah,
together.
and
Yeah, yeah.
You produced one, and you
I
were
did
on,
both
you,
of them.
You were on
I
the
produced
bill.
both
Okay.
of them. Yeah.
Wait, but I thought there was one in like the Nights Inn or something. Like or the some like
Was it next to the Nights Inn, Jimmy's place?
Jimmy's.
might be.
Yeah.
All
Jimmy's.
right, all
Yeah,
right.
it was the bar. It was the bar
All
that
right,
had the back
yeah,
room and all that. Yeah.
attached to the motel.
It wasn't attached to the motel, but
Right next
pretty
to it.
much. I
Okay,
mean,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
where everybody got their meth.
Not me. I got it from somewhere else.
yeah, I went to the bathroom.
Yeah, and Greg, your friend Greg Solano.
Greg Salerno.
Salerno.
Oh
he was on it.
shit! Hell yes.
Yeah.
I ran into him in Vegas.
Really?
It was funny because I was my wife and I were there for our
You
5th
just ran
anniversary.
into him?
Well, I say that, but sort of. So I told him, I said, "Hey, I'm going to be in Vegas.
Okay.
Let's meet up for a drink or something like that." And my wife and I are going to dinner the day that we're supposed to meet him, like where we told him to come meet us
Yeah.
after dinner. And I'm in a Uber, and I'm just kind of like looking out
He's
this
the
way.
driver.
I'm looking out
God.
this way, and I turn around, and his head is this big on the
Oh.
side of a bus.
Yeah.
Because he works
He's like
on the
a
radio station out there.
yeah.
Oh, all right.
I-
so
I
they were
wanted him
promoting
to-
his show. Okay.
Yeah, it was
You
really,
wanted-
it was
I wanted
really
him to
crazy.
be the driver so bad.
You wanted to be
just-
the driver of the Uber or the
yeah,
driver,
the driver
of the bus?
Uber. Either way, it was really cool.
Or in the back of the bus, just doing scratch off lottery tickets.
I'll never forget. I hope he doesn't get mad at me for telling this story. But we did like when I first started stand up, the Wildflower Cafe. Do you guys remember what that is? It's in Southside Bethlehem, and
Does it still exist?
no, I don't even. No, I think the building got torn. It's now like where that Z Craft place is. But it used to be. It was like the shitty cafe.
Yeah,
And EJ Nonstop
yeah.
ran a show, and it was like maybe it was or Don DeMarco. Remember Don DeMarco?
Yeah.
And it was like all all black people on the lineup, and me and Salerno.
Yeah.
And Salerno was first after the host, and like couldn't have bombed harder. Like couldn't have, dude.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
You had to follow him?
I had to follow him. I was next, but he bombed so bad, and like those like crowds,
Yeah.
they're so fun. Either way,
Yeah.
right? So if you're bombing, they're having fun
Yep,
about it,
yep.
right? And they got in on him. They were like let him know he's bombing, and they basically like hooked him off stage, like Apollo'd him off stage.
Oh, no.
And so the Wildflower Cafe, the stage, the back, like if you're on stage, you're basically it's kind of like Inkwell, like where the
Yeah,
window, right?
Yeah.
So the door to leave is right next to the stage. And he bombed so bad that he got so mad he stormed out, right? So he like gets off stage, he storms out of the door, and the door slams, and then the crowd's like even they and then
It's like getting leaving
Yeah.
class.
yeah, they're like, boo, get the fuck. And then the host goes, "You guys ready for your next white motherfucker?"
And that was you.
That was me. Yeah.
Well, your comedy journey, we kind of, all of us sort of came up at the, you
Yeah.
started in 2010. I started in 2008. What year did you start? Right around that time? 2010?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Same as him. Okay. And then you were hosting the mic at the Fishbowl at the Brewworks for a while there. I remember that. And then, was it a couple years later you decided to move to New York City and try and do comedy there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, big
And
mistake.
how long were you in the city for?
Well, 5 years total. I was just not there that much. Like I would come
Did
home
you
a lot.
live there? Or?
Yeah, I lived there.
Okay.
But I would come home all the time.
All right.
I hated it. I hated being there.
Are the mics there? Like I've done the bringer shows there,
Mm-hmm.
like the Broadway Comedy Club. You've done that. Gotham, where you have to bring 6 people and hey, you're a comedian.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Is that the kind of shows you were doing? Bringer shows, or were you doing open mics
No,
or
I was doing
like paid gigs or?
when I first got there, there was like a booker that knew me, so I like kind of lucked into like club spots. And at the worst club in New York City at the time, it was called LOL, and it was like in some building on like the 10th
That's a
floor.
franchise. They have one in LA as well.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it can't be the same business.
Really?
This is if there was.
This is
Oh,
like
wait, you know
an
what?
office
You know what
This
I was
is
conference room.
thinking?
money laundering. This was a.
I
there's
would think
no way.
I'm thinking of ha-has, I think.
Oh, ha-has, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So these spots, like they were so shitty. It was all tourists, and they were barked in crowds. So like, it was like in Times Square. So the barkers would be like the street team would be like, Jerry Seinfeld's
Right.
coming, or Ellen DeGeneres. Like
Yeah.
I would
They
see
say
them.
whatever name to get you in
and then
the
these
in the
tourists
seat.
are like, oh my god, I get to go see Larry the Cable Guy for $9,
Mm-hmm.
and then they would get there and it would be like people like me, and the crowd would be like,
I'm not laughing at
fuck,
that.
I don't want to be here.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is bullshit. So they would be
Because they were
like-
lied to.
Yeah, they were lied to. So. And then the guy got like that club mover got fired, and then I would do a lot of mics and then bar shows, and then
Okay.
every once in a while I'd get like a cool spot.
So for those that are listening that don't know the term barker, it's the person who stands out and is like tickets,
Yeah, yeah.
tickets.
That's
Jerry
what
Seinfeld's coming.
My first spots were bar. I
Yeah.
barked.
So
and
then
I
the
got to-
comedians oftentimes have to bark.
That's
right?
what I did.
You barked.
Yeah, I barked.
and then
I would
you
do,
have
like,
to,
7
and then they have to
minutes.
say who they're there to see, right?
No, it would be like in
No,
the,
you just
in the
say
West
like,
Village.
there's a comedy show. You guys want to go to a comedy show?
So did you have to get rid of like 10 tickets or
No, I would just bark. So they would make me. They'd be like, you got to bark from like 7 to 9, and then at 9 you can come and do your 8-minute spot.
Okay.
And then, so I wouldn't get paid for the show. I would just get to do 8 minutes.
Got it.
Yeah.
And it was sold out, obviously.
No.
No?
No.
Not sold out? So the bringer shows that I did, that Sheba Mason, you know Sheba.
Yeah.
Did you ever do any of her shows?
I think I've met her. I
Okay.
don't remember.
I know your friends on Facebook.
Yeah. I think we.
So
met
Doug and I
somewhere.
did a lot of her shows because I did Jenny. Oh, fuck.
Well, I didn't do a lot. I ended up telling her, listen, I'm not doing any more bringers.
Jessica.
Yeah, Bringers is tough.
Yeah.
Jessica
I did a
Kirsten.
couple.
You know
Jessica
her?
Kirsten. Oh, dude, yeah, she's huge.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
did her. I did her.
Gotham?
I did Gotham up in New Talent Showcase.
Yeah.
Okay. Sheba Mason was in the audience, and she reached out to me on YouTube, my YouTube channel, and I thought it was spam. She's like, "Hey, I want you to do some shows in
Yeah.
New York. My name's Sheba Mason. I'm Jackie Mason's daughter." You know, she throws. That's the first thing
Yeah,
she
of
says to
course,
anyone
yeah.
she meets. So
It's
I
like
went,
Marcus Jordan the other night.
and I'm
I'm
gonna,
Marcus Jordan, Michael Jordan's son.
yeah.
So
Yeah, you still
arrest-
have a $300,000 Lambo on the railroad
Yeah,
right now.
you can't arrest me. Yeah. So I thought I was like, oh, cool. I got noticed by Jackie Mason's daughter.
Yeah.
And so I'm doing all these shows, and she's like, yeah, you got to bring 6 people. And I was like, okay, well, I can only do that so many times
Right.
because I only have 6 fucking people that know me.
yeah, that's kind of like that industry is like there's like an economy of that.
Yeah.
They
But
just-
her clubs, they sell out. So it's a
Yeah.
great crowd. They'll your jokes will hit. The only thing is, you know, it's
That
brutal.
first show I did, that room held what? That New York Comedy Club across from that pizza shop, whatever street that is.
23rd, I think.
23rd is
Yeah.
the original one.
It holds like I think 40 something people, and I brought I think almost 30,
Yeah.
Really?
and because it was all my friends from New York.
You should have spreaded them out. You could have done 7 bringers.
Well, it was
Yeah.
I didn't know I was going to be doing any, and
Yeah.
at that point I had even said I'm not doing bringer
Yeah,
shows
yeah.
anymore.
She should have given you credit for that. Too.
Well, so what happened was the next week, you know, she wanted me to come back, and I said, okay, but I'm not bringing 30 people with me this time. I said, you know, comedy. People aren't coming out every single week to come
Yeah.
see me. And I said, they won't come out every week to see Bill Burr. I said, so yeah, it's not going to be, don't expect that number. And she was like, no, just bring like 5 people. And I brought I think it was like 15 people showed up.
damn.
So, and I
I
grew
know
up in New York. These are my friends. They're
right.
just coming downtown.
I knew
Like,
she-
like a few of them left the Yankee game and came down afterwards. You know what I
Because
mean?
I
And
knew
stuff like that.
she loved you because you were bringing.
I
the
was bringing a
house.
lot of people.
Yeah.
So then the third time, so after that second show, she texted me again and was like, "Hey, I want you to do next week." And I said, "I'm doing it, but I'm not bringing people." I said, "I can't."
Yeah,
I said,
I've used them all.
I said,
Yeah.
I said, I brought like 45 people in the last 2 weeks. I think you're doing all right. Let the other people bring people, and I'll do like 5-6 minutes, whatever.
Yeah. Plus, you're
I
not
said-
paying me.
Yeah, and I was going to New York that weekend anyway.
Yeah.
So I said, I'll be in the city. So if you need me, and she was like, yeah, come down. And I came down, and she was like, I didn't see you brought anybody on the list or something like that. And I was like, yeah, I'm not. And then, but she still let me do time.
At the
and
very
then,
end.
And then the mic shut up. The mic screwed up, right? And so I just real nicely, I was quiet. There was some other comedians that I grew up watching that were there that night, just kind of gonna do a show that night. It was like a Friday night or something like that. And so I was kind of like intimidated. So I just kind of walked up to her and I was like, hey, be careful with the mic because the cord is a little loose. And she was like, no, you're just saying that because your set didn't go that strong. And I said, all right. That's all I said. I just said, all right. I went outside, had a smoke. She was on stage next. She's doing the same exact word for word bit.
That she
Every
always
syllable
does.
is exactly the same.
Yep.
And the fucking mic went out on her. And I just went, you just heard from the back, I go, huh. And then I left.
Oh,
I never seen
shit.
her again, never talked to her.
What was funny about that was the last time you
That
did
was
it.
I was like
Yeah.
done. I was like,
I did like
what
don't
am
know.
what am I being disrespected for?
Right,
This isn't
right. I did about
this
half,
isn't going
half
to be
a
my
dozen.
path to my future.
I
This
did
lady.
about half a dozen shows of hers,
Yeah.
and like the third or fourth, the comedians waiting in the wings, when she was on stage doing her 5-8 minutes, whatever
Mm-hmm.
she was doing, warming up the crowd, they were mouthing, lip syncing
Oh, wow.
her bits.
I've done that with
Right, because
comedians
she
before.
she always does the violin thing with the.
I've
with
never
the,
seen her
with
do
the
it,
Asian
yeah.
girl. Oh, you.
I don't
you're
remember.
probably-
I don't remember her set at all, but I do.
Yeah.
I just remember it being exactly. Which I was like, I understand that in New York, if you're doing 5 mics a night, you gotta. I mean, you gotta just kind of get the
Well,
pattern
and
down.
you can do that in New York because it's a new crowd every time,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I just feel like it's cheating.
and you can do 5 mics a night in
yeah,
New York.
I think
know
it's
what mean?
cheating, but
Yeah.
I don't like doing that. But she would pick on the Asian girl and she'd be like, "I bet you're really good at violin." That was her
Yeah.
go-to.
I don't even get that joke.
It's a racist joke because Asian people
Are good at stuff?
they're good at the violin.
Are they?
Is that a thing?
That's a
Yeah, I
thing.
didn't know
Yeah,
that
it's
was
a
a
thing.
thing either.
Yeah, it
That
is.
a thing.
Yeah, like math, violin.
Did
I
the joke
knew
work?
math.
Did the joke work whenever
Yeah,
she did?
people laughed. Yeah,
Oh.
but the guy in the
I didn't
wing
know that
was
I feel good about
mouthing it,
myself
and
that I don't know about that.
I didn't know
Like
that.
I feel like a good person because
I'm
I
a
didn't know that.
Nazareth-born white guy, and I didn't know that.
There's not too many Asians in Nazareth.
No, but you would think they'd
All right,
teach
so,
you about race, all the racist things.
All right, so back
I
to
Here's
understand.
what black people are good at.
Stereotype 101
Yeah, yeah.
starts in 5
So
minutes.
like, so Tyler, so like the clubs in New York, like Comedy Cellar, you ever get to do
Once.
that once?
Yeah.
All right, and that's because you have to get invited, right, by someone who.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it Chris Fried? Did he get you?
No,
on?
no. It was a produced show, and it was in the Fat Black Pussycat. It was the new,
around the corner there.
yeah.
Across from the basketball court. I
Yep.
love that basketball court.
And yes, I got booked on that.
Okay.
So it was fun, but the thing is, like, I'm so mentally not. I'm so fucked up, like, where dude, I was just thinking about this the other day. Like, I've had some cool things happen to me in stand up, and I've enjoyed none of it, just because in the moment I'm so nervous.
Yeah.
Like,
Did you get nervous on stage
oh
still?
yeah.
Really?
Well, I just get psyched out. Like,
Yeah.
I'm 'cause
Like inside your own head, or
yeah, because I'm like, oh my god, I'm at the cellar. This is like where it all happens. I can't believe I'm doing this. This is like one of my goals. And then like, I'm following Sam J, who's like kind of famous. There's all these. I'm the only one on the show that's not famous.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck it. Do I even like belong here? And then so, and the lack of confidence will come. Like the crowd can feel that.
yeah.
And then
So how'd the set go?
it was fine. It was
Okay.
mediocre. I started not great because I was rushing. And then once I settled in, it was fine. But like, they clearly could tell I was not comfortable,
Okay.
and like,
The crowd knows.
But that could
everything.
have
They know
also
everything.
been part of your act, because I was just watching.
no,
this,
there's a different thing though.
yeah.
Like, there's a different thing about when somebody's like part of their like persona is that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then there's something like almost an intangible thing that you can sense about the confidence.
It's like they know normally you're comfortable and this time you're not.
Yeah,
They know
something
that.
about
Yeah,
it.
they-
Like,
they know- they-
and
yeah.
it's not like the crowd is just like they're you can tell.
Yeah.
Like when you see somebody, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
that person's nervous
Mm-hmm.
right now, and I think that's what it was. And because like, and I've done this in almost every one of these like cool things, like these like bigger moments where I'm like, this could be
Yeah.
somebody might watch me and I might be off to the races, and then I just, or it's gonna go so bad it's over.
Right,
The
'cause-
reality is neither one will happen.
The next
You
step
know?
from the cellar is getting booked on a
Yeah.
late show or something.
Yeah, and then
right?
when I was in New York, it was I used to have this mental block with Philly and New York, where like you go and you do a show there, you're like, oh, the crowd is more savvy and like things have to be way more funny for shit to work.
Yeah.
It's just not true. They're just people in the room.
Okay.
But you psych yourself out, and then they become
Like,
not just people.
Yeah,
Like, I gotta
you
be
get
more-
scared of the city, not realizing the crowd's exactly the same.
shit.
Yeah.
Like I got to be more highbrow.
Yeah, or something,
Right.
and you're just like you just second guess your shit, and then they can feel that.
Okay. So and because you've played, so going to Philly, since you brought it up, you've played Punchlines a lot as well.
Punchline
Right?
and helium. I used to be so scared of helium, and now it's like and I've
Yeah.
done it so many times that I'm so I'm like extra comfortable there.
I did.
I've never done
I've
helium.
only- I did helium through a weird way. A high school friend of mine from New York had a friend in Philly who was doing a benefit, like charity thing at Helium, and she said, "I'm going to introduce you to this guy. Do you want to do a show? I'll take another one."
Yeah, sure.
So I get down there, and this was when Doogie Horner had just done America's Got Talent,
Okay, yeah.
or is that America's Got Talent? And I fucking loved him. I was like, this
Yeah.
guy is fucking hilarious,
He's
right?
the best.
And so I walk in, and I didn't know who was on the show or anything. I walk in, and there's Doogie Horner, and you know that green room's kind of small.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there. He's sitting on the
Hey,
couch.
Dad.
Well, I introduced myself. I was like, oh my god. I was like, nice to meet you. You know, this is I watched you on America's Got Talent. I thought you did like I can't believe you made it that far with the way they
Yeah.
were cutting. You know, just a little bullshit. But I think his name is David James.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was him, and I don't think it was Pat Barker. It was somebody else, but they were regulars at the club, so they all knew each other. And I was this outsider who had only worked with one of the other guys like 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
something like that. Well, Doogie was sitting on the couch with his notes, and there's a little fridge there, and I taken some water out or something like that. And then they start talking about what they're gonna do on the show, like what are you gonna do? And then David James said to Doogie, he's like, Doogie can make fun of that ice water right there and make that a 10-minute bit. And he goes, well, I mean, look at it. Look at that water. I mean, the ice is like teenagers. Like it think it's so above the water, but doesn't know that's where it came from. And that's what eventually it's going to be like that. And he just started, I mean, just going off like that.
That's great.
Then he goes, so I'm already laughing. We're all laughing. And then it goes to where he goes, I don't know, maybe I'll just do some black-white jokes. Like, white zombies are like, ugh. Black zombies are like, ugh. And that, I'm telling you, I couldn't stop laughing. It was like awkward where they had stopped laughing and we're in this little green room, no music or anything. The crowd isn't even in like, they're not even in. So it's dead quiet. And you just
hit you
and you just
differently.
keep hearing me like 2 minutes later going, I had to like text my wife. I was like,
Yeah.
I can't stop laughing. Like, I have to go to the bathroom right
Oh,
now.
I love shit like that.
It was that joke just hit me so fucking hard.
And then you think about it days later, and it still makes you
it's
laugh.
still
too.
one of the
Yeah.
and he never. I mean, I've never seen him do that, but it was just on the spot. White zombies are like, ugh, black, and you
He's
can
the
picture
best.
his face and everything. Dude, I was crying. I could like uncontrollably, just like sitting there like.
That's really funny. Very, very funny.
Yeah, but that was Helium, and I remember being scared that holy cow, I'm doing a huge club in Philly, which I've never done. And then I walked out, and I remember not being scared because I could only see the front row.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'll just go off of the waves. And then I think it was a children's diabetes research charity, and that was the first thing some guy was in the lobby talking about everything he ate. He's like, oh, I had this great baked potato with bacon on it, and and it was all this stuff, and I was like, hey, there was a guy here, and he was like, oh, that was me. And I was like, was that good? And then you came to a diabetic charity.
Perfect.
But that got me my opener that
Yeah, I've
worked,
never-
and then I had them the whole time. But I remember being scared that I guess this is the thing. In a big city, I'm not so much scared of the city or the club or the audience. It's the other comedians. I want to be strong.
That's what it is too.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, because I'm like, fuck.
and, like,
this
intimidated?
This person's watching me.
Yeah.
You know, they're in the same room. Like Louis drops by.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and you're like, fuck. You know, there's a lot of people that Louis just caught 3 minutes of and changed their life.
And there's nothing more than there's nothing a comedian wants more is to be funny amongst the other comedians.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Or
Right.
and there's nothing they want. Like I want less than like eating shit and having these people be like,
Oh yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
because like when I was living in New York, it didn't matter to me as much because I was there. I was part of the scene. But like now, I'm back here, so like I'm very insecure about people being like, "Pff, he didn't, he got soft, or he got whatever. So, but
Well, I can tell you, I know I never thought that. I think you're fucking solid
thank
every time I watch your sets. Even when the joke doesn't go over, you recover better than most people I've ever seen.
You learn how to recover when you bomb so often.
I write so many bad jokes that I just know how to recover.
That's a good segue. I want to pull up. I just watched one of your things the other
A
night.
bomb?
No.
If I'm posting it, it's probably a bomb.
There's so many clips
It
of your
was
bomb.
shopping with Nana.
Oh, no.
So here's Tyler Rothrock shopping with Nana.
Is every time we go shopping, at some point of the trip, she makes me grapple with her mortality. Like, she just reminds me how close to the end she is, and it's not fun. Like, it doesn't matter what we're buying. She's like, how many oranges are in the bag? I just don't know if I'll be here long enough to finish it. I'm like, man, don't do that, okay? I'll just think that. Don't say that. That makes me sad.
Look at the comment there by Peg Leg Wally. What are your long-term goals?
Is this just a hobby?
Is this just a hobby?
Or are you going to try to do something big?
If somebody's asking if this is just a hobby, you're not that good at the thing.
No, also, are you going to try and do something big? What if in your mind this was like big?
Are you going to try to? What are your long-term goals? Are you going to try to get like good at this?
Yeah. So whose living room was this?
Yeah, where was
This
this?
is a
set?
Don't Tell. This is a Scranton Don't Tell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to do that show.
Yeah,
I
they're
gotta.
fun.
I gotta.
They're
I
fun.
like
I talked to Kate about it once.
The storm door you get to.
Oh yeah.
That's funny at the end
That's
of
the
this.
true part of it. That's the thing that actually happened in
Okay.
real life.
I'm like, Victor, can you come over here? This is my lovely Nana. She wants her final storm door. So I don't know if you have tests that you have to put her through to see how long she has left. But I'm gonna match her with a door that'll just outlast the woman. Right?
Yeah, that's good. That's great.
How much do you hate watching yourself?
A lot.
I hate it too. I hate it
I'm
too.
the same
But it's
way.
necessary. I
Yeah.
don't mind. Like I'm okay listening to myself now to like punch shit up. But I heard somebody say something over the pandemic that like made me like just confront like listening to sets. They're like, because I record every set
Yeah.
with the intention of I'll go back and I'll like.
Do you record the audio or the video?
I'll
The
learn.
audio.
Okay, yeah.
I try to do video just now for like this
Clips,
bullshit,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I would always record.
Oh, did you just say this was bullshit? Oh,
Yeah.
Fuck you, Tyler.
The social media? I hate it so much.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the show. Never
Oh
mind.
no,
We're cool.
No, like posting bullshit. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
But
It gets monotonous.
it sucks, and it's like, dude, I don't know, whatever. But
And then you feel like invalidated because like that was fucking funny.
I
Why
posted something today, and like,
why
I
did more
thought it
people
was a-
like it? You know?
Yeah, like there was like 30 fucking likes on it.
Yeah, you know how many times I've posted something I'm like, this
You
is
did
gonna be
post-
the one
yeah.
that goes viral.
I forget. Yeah.
You know what did go viral? You don't. That's the thing. Like that's somebody told me they're like it's gambling.
Yeah.
It's like you every day you post something. You don't know what in one
Yeah.
will pop.
I haven't
The
figured
thing
out
that
the
popped
algorithm.
The other day I was doing on TikTok.
Yeah, you've been doing these videos from your car. I
Yeah, and then-
noticed
but I did a set about volunteer firefighters, like from a stand
because of the fires.
Yeah, maybe. But
No,
dude,
that's
it's
I
topical.
like that bit.
But
I know
dude,
that bit,
all these
yeah.
people are arguing in the comment. That's what makes it go viral.
Oh yeah, it's
has
the
nothing to do
it's,
with
What? It's got to be controversial, or
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
it's the likes and the comments are definitely the key to getting the algorithm to post your stuff
Yeah.
on other people's pages that you don't know more.
Got
So
it.
the bit is essentially like, how don't we have money to pay for firefighters? Like, and so I got like 100 followers from volunteer firefighters.
Yeah.
And like Republican, like it's like if you guys, and so then they follow me. They're like, we love this guy. He's talking what we like. And then they'll see the rest of my videos, and then I just get called gay.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like I didn't ask you to come here. You came, you
Right.
followed me, and now you're mad at me because I'm not who you thought I was.
Also, you're a fireman.
Yeah, you're a fireman. You're a fireman. You don't get paid.
Yeah. I voluntarily am not gay.
But dude, like that's the thing. Like fucking these, like the the social media, the comments.
It's the trying to figure out how can your shit become part of the main algorithm, and that I just
I'm just
it
not
makes
gonna.
me yeah
I'm just
it
not
makes
gonna.
me so tired
You want to
to
hear
even think of
something
it.
very depressing? I've been making videos for over 20 years on YouTube. I have just over 100 followers, and I've had a YouTube account for over 10 years. That means
Yeah.
I have amassed
Yeah.
less than 10 followers a year,
Yeah.
right? If you're listening to this, please follow Jokes by Joe on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's Jokes by Joe without an E.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm like, all right, well, maybe I should just quit because obviously I can't figure out the formula.
We all should.
I'm not funny, right? Like, but something inside of me is like, no, keep going, keep
Well, are
going.
you having fun with it?
I love it.
Then fuck it.
Yeah,
That's
who
why I'm
gives a
doing
shit
this.
then?
We
That's
just,
the thing, man.
We just
Yeah.
got like this all video thing for this podcast, and this is so much fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the
Because
video. I like
now-
having a guest. Is
Yeah,
my
and
favorite
now
part.
we can do reaction videos. So who was here Monday? Sam Grimm. He's like, have you seen this Key and Peele sketch?
Oh my god, that was so fun.
And we watched
That
it,
sketch had
and
me
then I can do this view where it's like the three of
three?
us watching the thing, and
Dude, this sketch had
These-
me like
Oh,
literally like tearing.
they're the best.
Yeah.
they're, oh, fucking
It was
hilarious.
the one. It was the one where
So good.
The guy was burnt and in a wheelchair and wanted the comedian to make fun of him. And he had the voice
Yeah.
thing. He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
make fun of me.
So Doug, I want to do an episode where we come prepared with like our favorite
Our clips. Like
favorite
some
clips,
yeah,
and
yeah.
we just watch them.
That'd be
I
good,
think that
yeah.
would be cool.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, but I think the quicker you find out just what you have fun doing,
Yeah.
that's when you just number one have fun, and number two you start to get really good. Because
I still
I'm
haven't
still
even
not
found-
there. I'm not like
I still haven't even found like my style. I
me
don't
either.
think.
I,
you know,
I stress over that all the time.
I'm like,
But I see that's the thing is why do you need a style? Just be yourself.
Yeah, but that's what we're talking about. Like,
Yeah,
because
like-
I'm not myself on stage.
You don't
not
think
yourself?
so? I guess I don't really know.
and
you.
that's maybe that's the difference. Is everyone is saying you have to be authentic, right?
Yeah.
So you have to be vulnerable, authentic.
Yeah.
I'm going back to Chris D'Elia again because he's posting all these crowd work stuff.
The rapist, Crystal.
Yes, but that was last year.
Yeah,
That's he's fine.
old news.
Yeah. His crowd work is so fucking good.
Yeah.
And I'll sit and watch it and just be amazed. I saw him at Wind Creek, and he fucking blew the roof off the
Yeah,
place.
he does it. No, but I think it's more like his. I think it takes a while for you to find like some people call it your voice.
Voice,
Yeah,
exactly,
And
yeah.
like there'll be times where when I'm like the most comfortable and having the most fun, there's sometimes where I don't like that. I don't like that version of me. I think that's probably the closest to my authentic self on stage.
And you don't like it.
I don't because I'll
But-
be like I want to sound like this.
But right.
And then I'll hear somebody else. And I'm like, I want to be more of that type of comedian.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
be more a smarter comedian. I want to be more of this.
But that's not you.
And then it's not so.
I'm the same way.
You
I was
know,
like, I want to be more like Chris D'Elia because
Right.
crowd work is
Well,
fucking amazing.
Well, but you can't
Half
shoot
of
for the
it.
you can't shoot
Not
for
the
the
rape part.
stars though.
It's not
Right.
even that. It's
Yeah.
about like I don't know how to say because I've been talking a lot. I did a podcast in Pittsburgh and we kind of talked about the same thing, where like I over stress about it. Like Paul Spratt's my good friend,
Mm-hmm.
and he's seen me. We go on the road together. Chris Freed, we go on the road together, and Sean Preston, we go on the road together. Like these people have seen me do more sets. Like Paul's probably seen me do 80% of my comedy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows me better than anybody. He's like, dude, you are being yourself,
Yeah.
but my
So now
reality
you're
is
being too critical.
right because
Right.
if in my head I'm not,
Right.
the reality doesn't matter.
Right.
If I'm like,
Well, that is your reality.
yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but like if I'm in my head like I'm not being who like if I do I'll do like 40 minutes. I'll come off and I'm like, fuck, I just wasn't myself.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, you were. Like, but if I don't think I was,
Yeah. Then
it's
you weren't.
irrelevant.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Nobody
it's
can
like-
convince you other
Yeah.
than yourself.
Yeah, it's tough to not get inside your head when you're
Yeah.
like I was doing Country Club Comedy January 3rd, and I was telling like just some fucking jokes, and
Oh,
I
hell
started listening to myself, and I was like, why am I just doing all this stupid fucking wordplay? I fucking hate it.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Wordplay. So
too punny.
wordplay. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
But if you
Wordplay.
like that,
But that's all I like.
But
No,
you don't like it?
This is what
I
I'll
like
say.
it,
Then
but I
do-
think
but,
it's.
But what is it? Okay, why are you?
I just think it's
second-guessing?
corny. It's fucking corny.
But here's
This is
here's
the
what I'll
kinda
say.
laugh
Here's
you
what I'll
get.
say.
You get, but
No, here's
that's
what
the
I'll say.
fucking
Here's what I'll
laugh.
say. If in my case, I'm not saying everybody should do this, but in my case, if I can write a joke that I think somebody else can write, I throw it away.
Okay.
I write jokes that only I can write, that are only something that
Yeah,
I
see,
would get away
know-
with.
The thing, and Doug, you do less stand up like by
Yeah.
a ton than me.
Oh, absolutely.
But the thing I've always thought about you is you are like your very much authentic self on
Oh,
stage.
he is.
And I think it might even be because of you don't do a ton of stand up.
Oh yeah, I'm not in my. I don't have the chance of getting in my head as
Exactly.
much as
I
you guys.
think, and my problem
Yeah.
is I know I do too much. Like I love mics. I love going
Yeah.
to these shitty
Yeah.
mics. I love tinkering with ideas. I write like I think you should always write, but I'm always doing new shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have like if you put a gun to my head, I'm gonna film like a quote unquote special.
Were you
in
gonna?
June.
Were you pulling a gun
I
out?
was
Yeah.
pulling a gun out the
Okay.
Excuse me.
I mean, I can pull one out if you want me to. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm filming like a. It's not. If nobody's asking for it, it's not a special. But
Yeah.
I'm recording 40 minutes to put out, and I'm like, I wouldn't know how to start this.
Mm-hmm.
Like the stress I'm feeling about it is so intense. But like,
Where are you filming it?
I'm gonna do it at Godfrey Daniels,
Okay.
and I was
When-
gonna
when
do
is
it in
this?
Philly, June 28th.
June 28th. All right.
Yeah.
Is that a Saturday?
I didn't want to do it because I did an album in Bethlehem. I don't want to do everything in Bethlehem because it's like, oh, this guy's
Yeah.
just a like he's
He's a Bethlehem comedian.
Yeah,
he's
but you
just-
know what? You know
it just
what?
feels like a Make a Wish type thing.
It's
Right.
it's your roots, right?
I know, yeah. So, and I can't put people in a room anywhere else. So, but it's like there are people that like they just have this 45 minutes and it crushes. They've been working on the shit for years and years and years, and they'll go to Tally Ho and do a bit that they've been like they'll work an old bit. But I'm kind of you said earlier. I get so self conscious that somebody at the mic, one of these comics who are my friends and aren't probably going to judge me, they're going to be like, "Fucking, he's been doing that."
Yeah, yeah.
Right, right.
It's like, why does that shit matter to me?
I was always like
Yeah.
that. Like I feel like I would never repeat the same material, even in New York City, where
Yeah.
it's a completely different crowd and completely different comedians on stage, because I felt like it was cheating. And even with the contest that you and Paul Spratt put on at the Emmaus Theater, thank you for doing that. Lehigh Valley's funniest comedian. I did not do the same jokes for the second round because I thought it was cheating. And then the people that advance, they're like doing the same shit that got them through in the first round. I'm like,
Who cares
"Ah,
about them?
fuck."
Who cares about them? What you should have done is tested those jokes out.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, I should have.
Yeah, because you would have known. Okay, that one works. This one doesn't. That one needs this,
Yeah.
and
But
so
it's even like
and that would have been new for that crowd.
there's like I have probably like I mean I don't know the time, like I have so much material that's like half baked,
Mm-hmm.
you know, where like the idea is there, but like I don't
You have the,
I don't
you
finish
have the joke premise, and you just
I
gotta
love the
find
joke premise, and I don't finish it, and that's something that my anxiety like in life is hurts me to stand up because I think I can think of funny angles on shit,
Mm-hmm.
but I have a hard time finishing anything. Like even
Yeah.
if it's like my girlfriend's like, can you hang these shelves, or
Yeah.
can you do like I'll do 90% of it, but
Yeah.
I'm scared to like finish it because
Alright.
if I finish it,
Yeah.
it,
Now you got to look at your work all the time.
then it's like the completed thing.
Yeah.
If it's not done,
Right.
you're like it's
Right.
not done.
Yeah.
But if it's
Yeah.
done
Still
and it
working on it.
sucks,
Yeah.
So that there's a thing in movie editing, because I make short films, and you're never done editing a movie. You just surrender.
you just stop.
You
Yeah,
just surrender to the final whatever it ends
Yeah.
up being.
I think that's
So some of those ones you should maybe see what kind of legs they can get,
Mm-hmm.
and then eventually, yeah, this is good enough, and surrender it, or keep
yeah. I
working
think
on it.
that's a huge part of this where you're like, because you get in there and you're the last third of the joke to me is the hardest part,
Absolutely.
and it's the part that it's the only part.
It's
that
the most
matters.
important
Yeah.
part. Yeah.
Because sometimes you'll write something that doesn't need any revisions.
Yeah,
I've done that.
Or there's like because the easy part's the observation, right? And that's not to everybody. That's what separates us from normal people is
Yeah.
the observation.
Yeah.
But the thing that separates us from like the successful people is how to finish it. Like
Destroy
Louis
that
will
observation.
start at a place, and I know Louis has his issues.
Yeah.
He'll like I listen to him, and he gets to a place that's like
It's phenomenal.
like
Oh,
like,
he's
how do you
so
get
good.
there?
And-
But I've been listening to him talk, and people talk about him. He writes stand up with like a sketch mentality,
Mm.
where he finds
Like-
the game. He finds
Yeah,
the
yeah.
game and the idea.
Yeah, well, I
Okay.
mean, I guess if you take it from that point of view, it's you're trying. I mean, you're up there trying to paint a picture,
Mm-hmm.
and you're trying to make the entire audience be in like kind of John Malkovich, where they're in your head seeing
Right.
everything how it happened
Yeah.
to you, and
I loved how you described yourself as a comedian. Is you're up there, and it's what you're saying, Tyler.
I'm playing a
he's
trick on them.
Very natural is that you're having a conversation with the audience, which is that's like
Yeah.
you're funniest when you're just having a conversation. Like in my kitchen before the podcast, he'll have me fucking rolling on the floor. I'll be like, dude, save it for the podcast, right?
Yeah.
This is like
That's about like
gold.
I'm funniest away from stand up. Like
Yeah.
I do a podcast. It's in a little on hiatus right now, but like
the one with
Preston and Lou Miziano
Okay.
Night Moves.
Sean was the at the Lehigh Valleys, right? He's
no,
No?
he wasn't. I
Okay.
think he might have done like a spot, but like
oh, I was thinking Eric Preston.
Eric Preston did.
Yeah,
it, yeah.
okay.
It's just like I don't know. Stand up to me, I think I've done too much stand up, and I did it in shitty rooms too much early on, where you pick up these tricks
Yeah.
about.
Oh,
You know
like
how you're like you can save it. It's like
shortcuts.
Yeah, like you just find it like little. Because when you're like in a VFW in like Ephrata, and nobody's facing the stage,
Give me a trick.
I don't know. Like, you just like I don't even
Like
Yeah, I can't
just-
even think of.
just
I'm
like
trying to think of one. I guess
picking
you
on the
shit on
Asian.
yourself. No, you just
Oh, self-deprecating.
you just go to yourself, or you're just I don't know. Like you just go
Yeah,
to these
it's-
like tropes that
Yeah,
it's
like
stay room. It makes you.
the Asian that plays the violin very
yeah,
well.
I try not to do anything racist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime I
Same
do
here.
anything racist, it's where I'm making both races look stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and that brings everybody together by
I
saying,
got this idea that's
Yeah.
kind of racist that I can't figure out because it's like
Well, let's
you can
go-
tell I don't feel comfortable saying.
Let's go right into workshopping because
Oh, all right.
yeah. If you want to workshop it.
Okay, I'd love to workshop this.
Yeah, let's do it.
The idea is that like you don't meet your neighbors anymore.
Mhm.
You know, and like you're in the suburbs now. There's a different relationship between
Yeah.
suburb neighbors and like apartment neighbors.
absolutely.
And when I was in New York, I never met my neighbor, but like you share a wall, so you like hear their life.
Yeah, you live really close
you
to
live
each other.
you live together separately. You know,
Absolutely.
and so your brain very much wants to put a face to the info it's gathered. So that's where it could get like, and so I gathered that they were Middle Eastern. Like you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
tell, like when you can hear them talk,
Or just based on the music
just
that they're
music,
listening to,
the food
or
they cook, the TV that's
the
on,
smell of curry.
everything. So you're like all this
That was
information is going
racist.
exactly,
Yeah.
but so it like if your brain doesn't have the face, it'll outsource that job to your
Yeah.
imagination,
Mm-hmm.
and it just doesn't
I
give
like
a
that.
shit.
And your
Outsource the
imagination
job.
is
The imagination's
racist.
never. It is.
It's so racist and stereotypical.
No matter
That's
how
what you could say. I'm not racist. My
Right,
imagination
yeah.
is.
like no matter what fucked up thought your imagination thinks,
Yeah.
tomorrow it will have the job. It's
Oh,
never
yeah.
been like put on
Absolutely.
probation.
Yeah.
Like so, and it's just like you didn't have to say it. I just made you think it
Yeah,
for a
I
second.
just, yeah.
So like, and
That's okay.
I wanted to put a face to it, and so the bit is that the whole family, my imagination made them all look like Bin Laden.
Wait, your
it's-
imagination
the
made them
whole
all.
family.
Oh, they're all
The
Bin
whole
Laden.
family,
little
was like-
5-year-old.
yeah, two twins with the body proportions of Osama bin Laden. And, but to me, that's progressive because I didn't
Right.
like
Well,
most of America.
you picked a good one.
Yeah, well,
You picked a
can you
powerful
imagine,
one.
like, if most of America, if they lived by 4 Bin Laden, and a young Bin Laden, they'd
Yeah.
be like, let's go make sure.
And by the way, just for the record, he's bad. I just meant he picked a very popular one.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's the thing. Your brain's like, I'm gonna do this
Yeah.
thing.
You,
Yeah.
Like, it's up to you.
Your
to
brain wasn't thinking the guy from the halal truck.
Yeah, no, it wants to. It goes to the easiest route,
yeah.
you know. Or like my neighbors now, like they fuck. They're all. They're like I hear them have sex. Our bedrooms. We
But you
share
live with your parents, though, right?
No,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
It's my mom. She's my neighbor and my.
So what do you picture when they're fucking?
That's what's fucked up. Like I don't know who they are, but I see him.
Yeah.
I've made him hot.
Okay.
Like I didn't have to do that. I've made him hot, and I've heard him.
How about her? Is she hot? What is she like?
No,
It's less about her.
Your imagination's path,
less about
path of
her.
least resistance was go. Let's break him down first.
Well, because I've heard him come.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, I can't. You're not supposed to. You can't know what somebody sounds like when they come.
Yeah.
Like without knowing what they're. That's not
Yeah.
the order you're supposed to.
Now, the first time you heard it, were you like, maybe he's being murdered?
I want to also emphasize
But you
that I
knew.
heard it. I did not listen. There's a big difference between hearing and listening.
And eavesdropping,
The
right?
difference between hearing and listening is it's you're forced, right?
Yeah, hearing,
There's
hearing
no
is,
choice.
Hearing is being woken up. Listening is jerking off while they're doing it. Keep it going.
Fuck. And you didn't come yet. And you're like, and they're done. You're like, wait, just like 10 more
Banging on the
seconds.
wall.
Yeah, hearing is like you're trying to get ready and you hear them. Listening is I should go to work, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see how this ends.
Your dog's looking at you like, I really got to pee right now.
So
No,
yeah,
that's good.
I'm trying to work out. And so the thing is, I think I'm thinking about combining both people where. Like I hear my
should.
neighbor come and they're Middle Eastern, but there's two guys. So in my imagination, it's two Bin Ladens having sex.
I got it. I got
And
it
like
for you.
what? How can you
got
be
it.
more progressive?
I have the button.
Okay.
I have the button. So you have your neighbors, the Middle Eastern, and you have your neighbors that are fucking. You like you said, your imagination combines them, right?
Yeah.
And when he comes, he's this Middle Eastern kamikaze pilot, okay? But since he's coming,
Yeah.
he's a kamikaze pilot.
All right.
Because I'm a stupid fucking wordplay comedian.
Yeah, there you
right?
go. I like it. I
And he's
like
like,
it.
oh.
I like it. I like it.
I don't know.
Can you picture him doing that on stage?
All right.
I'm trying to find my voice.
You can borrow some of mine. I don't know.
Now that's funny. Me picturing you
Well,
doing that on stage.
Do it.
Like
Do it.
everybody behind stage would be like, "What the fuck is up with
That's
Tyler?"
fucking funny though.
I don't-
The kamikaze comedian. No one's done that.
No. I'm saying it would be funny for me to see Tyler himself
yes,
doing
absolutely.
because that is so not him at all. I don't think you should do it. I'm just saying it would only be funny to the comedians.
Yeah.
Like,
What you could say is, I was on this podcast and this this fucking guy thinks I should do this joke. So if you don't like it, don't follow Jokes by Joe.
Don't you
it's always good to set up your joke with you are probably not gonna like this.
Don't you always love when people like suggest bits to be like, they'll be like, do you ever talk about us? And you're like, no. It's like, you should be like, so I was talking to this guy at work. It's like, how many times have you heard somebody go, I was talking to this guy at work?
Right.
People do that to me all the time, and I'm always like, you would have to be standing on stage with me, and we would have to drink for 8 years so that people understand that this is who you are.
Also, the whole crowd would have had to work here.
Yeah.
But so anyway, I've been trying that. I've been trying that, and some of the places, I'm not going to name names. Some of the places get a little tight butted.
Yeah, I
when
can
bring it
imagine.
up. So
Yeah, a lot of places are like that.
And it's like, dude-
I know exactly what
Yeah,
you're talking
I mean,
about. Yeah,
but-
I won't name names either.
don't name names. But the thing that sucks is like, where do you go? Like, where do you go to fucking
Right.
'cause
Tally
if
ho,
have
you
a-
can do anything at Tally
I know,
ho.
but then you don't. It doesn't get any better.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Are you going there tonight? By
No,
the way?
No, I can't.
you got to try it out in front of. I mean, listen,
you gotta try.
open,
You gotta bomb.
open mics are comedians mostly, so but it is when you go to different open mics, you have different comedians that do those ones, and you can get different perspectives on how the joke is
You gotta
working.
bomb with stakes.
Yeah.
There's gotta be high stakes
Yeah,
to
yeah.
bomb
Right,
like,
right,
new
right,
ideas.
right.
But like these jokes, and I'm not saying this idea is like super like edgy, but for me it's like kind of like like one of the more interesting ideas that I play with. And there's some race, and there's some. I'm it's a vulnerable thing where hey, my imagination's from Nazareth.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm not saying it's right, but people don't let you get there.
Yeah.
They don't let you fuck up because
Yeah.
before it gets really funny, it's just going to be, hey, I think my Middle Eastern neighbors are Bin Laden.
Yeah.
Well, I know that's not what's happening.
Yeah.
But you have to know if you're sitting at I'm trying to find
Right.
the joke
Right.
here.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like easy.
It's not all the way worked out.
It's not all the way worked out because
Yeah.
you can't work it out
Yeah.
in conversation with people. I
Right.
can't just go up to like my friend and be like, hey,
What you do is you go on a podcast
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
workshop it,
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
you get the button.
I got Gabe Bin Laden next to me.
What you workshopping anything, Doug?
No. I actually yesterday just spent a good amount of the time that I was writing I'm roasting Dan Shelley.
Okay.
I'm coming.
So oh nice.
I'm coming to
I
this.
want to come.
yeah.
What's the date for that show? Do you
March
know it?
11th.
March
Oh,
11th.
fuck
11th,
it, dude.
yeah.
There's no way I'm missing this.
What day of the week is that?
I believe we talked about it. It's like a Tuesday or something.
Is
like
it
that.
at Rivals?
Yeah, it's at
Rivals,
Yeah.
March 11th.
What's
You
Joe's
got-
last name?
Joe?
Joe, yeah, the guy who runs
Ferraro.
Ferraro.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
who I
I
was
know
thinking
him.
about. Yeah,
I know
yeah.
him. Yeah.
I always forget his last
He's
name.
from. Is he from Jim Thorpe?
No.
So I
he's
always
from
see-
Easton.
I always see him in
I
Jim
thought
Thorpe.
he was from Easton. Yeah, March 11th.
All right, so you got some Dan Shelley stuff.
Yeah, but I'm not doing it on here.
Okay, fine,
I
fine.
wanted
Yeah,
to
because
be.
that'll give him the.
Yeah. I don't want him
like,
to know.
Like he doesn't listen to this show.
No, I
The funny thing about this show, Tyler, is nobody listens to it.
Most people don't listen to any podcast.
Yeah.
That's the great thing. This is actually just us talking to each other with all this equipment.
and then we're gonna go back and watch it to see how gross I look on
Right.
camera.
I've
Dude,
got-
I can't stand. Look at this fucking. Look how big my head
Dude,
is.
I
You know what?
shaved.
Let's
I shaved.
Oh, there's
Look
a
at this
close-up.
fucking
There's
guy.
a close up. If you want to get closer.
No.
Okay.
Look at my head.
It almost looks like your hoodie's like attacking you
look
slowly.
at
You're
my
a
head.
thin guy, dude. I got fucking. My head got so big in
Look at
the
my-
last year and a half.
My
It just
fucking
gets
head,
so
dude.
big.
Dude, it doesn't stop. Getting. There's a picture because J.C. Campbell, I think her name is.
Yeah, she'll be
put
there
out that-
tomorrow.
Nice. She put out that thing about send pictures for. She wants to do a comedy calendar, right? So I sent her the picture of me the first time I was ever on stage, and we talked about it. Where I had it was at Brewworks. And I had my hat like this low
Yes,
on my
'cause
face.
you were so nervous.
And the mic here because I was
yeah.
terrified.
Yeah.
But I look at that person, and that's 15 years ago, and it's like a third of what I am now.
Bro, you have no fucking idea. There's been times, like,
I got a video at the Brewworks
I'm sure.
where it was actually the first time I had not worn a hat because I had done a show the week before with Joe Black.
Okay.
And I got like somehow or another became his opener. And the first thing he said, I walked up to the bar with him after the show, and I was like, "Do you have any advice?" And he was like, "Lose the hat."
Lose the hat, yeah.
He said the hat is covering your face, and then
Casting
he
a
said bring the
shadow.
mic down.
Yeah.
Yep.
He said because your facial expressions are what's going to bring the joke.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I went to the Brewworks that next open mic, didn't wear a hat, and killed. I mean, fucking got an
yeah.
applaud break
Yeah.
at an open mic. And
Nice.
but the thing is that what I'm getting at is there's about a good it's whatever time frame you take to do the bit about raping a bald eagle.
Okay.
You do that whole joke because the guy before me sucked.
Okay.
And so you were like, I'm gonna bring the crowd back. And so you went up and did that bit, but that's all in the video.
Okay.
And,
nice.
And so Lauren and I were watching it like a few weeks back, and I was like, I wonder if this is still on YouTube, and it was, and she was like, Tyler looks like he's 10 years old.
Yeah.
Dude, you look like you're in like 10th grade.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, time.
I've been not getting headshots because I'm like, I'm going to get back in shape.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
been like 12 years.
Is
and then
that,
I'll see sets of me and I'll be like, when I filmed, I was in like something and I was like, damn, this is the fattest I've ever been. And then now I'll look back like, I wish I was that fat.
Yeah.
I was
Time
so
is a
insecure
thief.
about,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
I'm so fat doing this. But now I'm like, I would kill to
Yeah,
be that
yeah.
guy again.
Time is a thief.
Yeah.
I've got one thing that I'm workshopping.
Alright.
I haven't. I might try it tonight. I don't know. I
Oh,
might
you guys
just.
are going over there?
Yeah, I'm gonna go over. I might
I'm
just
not going
do
over.
crowd work.
That mic though.
Yeah,
I
I love
love
it.
that.
Yeah,
Nick, I just love Nick. He's
Nick's
just
the
fucking
man.
awesome.
Nick's the man.
Here's here it is. All right, let me know what you think of this. So I was buying floss the other day, right? And on the outside of the container, it's like 43.7 yards of floss. I'm like, okay, I don't fucking know what that is, so I'll get it. And so, but like, who's measuring floss in yards? Or
true, yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
6 months
And why'd they
later?
cut it off at 0.7?
Yeah. why not make it like an even 50?
Why don't we make the box bigger?
Yeah, exactly. So
Like a pizza box?
can you imagine the guy though, and like, and this is where I don't know, I don't have a finisher for it, but it's like the guy in like 6 months who's, you know, he goes in his cabinet to floss and he, you know, there's only 6 inches left. And he's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That wasn't 43.7 yards.
Yeah.
Like, how's anyone gonna fucking know? Just sell me the fucking floss.
Well, how much floss do you use per session?
That's probably like a foot.
Oh, I use like
Because you're supposed
like
to.
I'm wrapping
around your
around like
fingers.
so. I'm probably using about 43 yards just in one session.
You just fucking
have,
Oh, you got to do that again. Go ahead, do that again. There we go.
I got
wasn't on you.
David
I carry
carried.
these. I carry these little.
Oh yeah,
things
fuck yeah,
with
they're
me.
all
Oh,
on
the
my
little
car.
the flossers. Yeah. Every time I go to the dentist, she's like, "Have you been flossing?" I'm like, "No."
Yeah,
You're in there. You know what the fuck I'm not doing and doing.
yeah. Save the pleasantries.
Yeah.
So I don't
Give me
know.
the bag of.
Yeah.
Give me the new brush.
Yeah,
Give me the
can you tell by all the blood on my shirt that I've not been flossing?
That's the gingivitis.
Yeah.
It looks like the bib at a crab, like
Red Lobster.
Yeah, but it's just white and my blood.
Yeah, she knows you haven't been flossing. I have another one
Yeah.
about a dentist where, like, imagine dating a dentist, right? But you only see each other every 6 months. And you know how they always ask these questions when they have like the tools in your mouth?
Yeah,
And like to get even when
Yeah.
you go on a date with a dentist and you finally get her to go out with you or to go down on you, but she's sitting in a chair and she's a little resistant, and then so you're like, "Brr," and you lower the chair for her.
Oh, you make her give her a blowjob.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then while she's down there,
She can't. Why can't she fight off? You got her tied down or something? Why can't she
yeah,
just?
I
fight-
ever tied with.
Got the things holding.
That's why I bought the 43.7 yards of floss so I could tie up the fucking dentist.
Yeah.
And then while she's down there, I ask her all these questions. You know, like, "Hey, what's your favorite color?" And she's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, how
Have
do
you
you
been
like
flossing?
it?"
Yeah. Gone fishing
I have
lately?
this theory where you can't be like the dentist is the one of the few things, one of the few jobs where you kind of just have to go along with what they like. A conspiracy theory dentist would be the hardest. Like, 'cause if you're in like the chair
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh, you flossing." Also, did you know the actors in there were actors in Sandy Hook? And you're like,
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
you know, women shouldn't get paid as much as men.
Oh
And
Jesus.
you're like, I don't know.
I had a guy like that. He wanted to like take out all my teeth. I'm like,
Yeah,
no.
it's a tough because like first of all you're like mouthful of cotton balls,
Yeah.
and then you got to think, should I just listen to his ideas? 'Cause
Mouthful
it's
of
hard to
cotton
get
balls. What
Like,
dentist are you
know,
going to?
don't
No,
get-
yeah,
don't
you
get
get
cotton-
the
Cotton.
gauze
No.
on the side or
gauze,
something.
gauze,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I don't get gauze.
Yeah.
What do you
Well, you
got?
probably floss.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah,
don't.
you're not-
I clearly
yeah,
don't.
You're not making a crab shack bib.
Yeah, they're not bandaging your gums. After.
I even have a water pick, like
You don't
in the
need
shower
stitches
that I
after
don't
cleaning.
use. Yeah. Anyway, all right. We need a button to finish the show.
Well, I'll tell you this real quick.
All right.
And this is the final thing about a dentist. So I go to this one dentist and been going there for years, but it was Lauren's family dentist. So that's how I started. That's how I found out
Since
about
she
him.
was a kid, she was going there.
So I go, and the dental hygienist who's cleaning me, she's already got like these gigantic boobs,
Okay.
but was also pregnant. So they're
Okay.
even bigger, right? So I'm leaning back in the chair, and I'm telling you, like a good third of my face has a boob on it.
Oh, nice.
Like a titty just sitting there.
Where's this
while
dentist?
she's doing her thing, right?
Yeah.
And I, what do I say? Like,
And this is not a feature you've asked
this
for.
is not. I'm pretty sure my health insurance doesn't cover it.
This is not a bug; it's a feature.
Yeah, this is out of pocket. So that happened, right? And I was like, maybe because she's pregnant, whatever. So she had the baby, right? I go back, same fucking thing, titty just,
Okay.
And so then I go home and tell Lauren about it, and I
right.
was like, I said,
Does
"Did
she
you ever?"
clean Lauren's
I
teeth?
said, "Did you ever get your teeth done by?" And funny, I swear to God, her name is Lauren.
Okay.
And I was like, "Did you ever get your teeth cleaned by her?"
She's like, describe Lauren.
And I go, but I
don't
did.
want
I was
to.
like the one with the big, and I was like, does she ever? And she was like, no. Here's what Lauren does. Lauren, not thinking anything bad
Which
about
Lauren
it.
are you talking about
My
here?
wife. My
Okay.
wife, not thinking anything bad about it, went to the dentist and joked with her about it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
And she's like, "Do you know my husband said that? You know, like that."
What
like,
on
God.
earth would she do that for?
she told me that. She goes, oh, because she went to the dentist. She's like, "Oh, I seen Lauren. I was telling her we were laughing about it." I was
I
like,
was like, oh fuck.
like, you know, in the movie, like where the face
Yeah.
stays the same, but the background's
the
like
background, yeah,
like that, right? So I go in there the next time I go in, and she literally was like, "Hey, Doug," like that, and I was just like,
Yeah.
"Hi," and I never went to her again. I don't even think she works there anymore, but I never went to her again. It was always
man.
this like old lady, flat chested. But my dentist, Dr. Owen, she
It was Craig Salerno the whole time.
That's great.
No, that's all. That's yeah.
I mean, you just got to make a noise when she's doing that, like
Yeah.
bubbity 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 bubbity
Or
bubbity.
not.
bubbity.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Just don't come when she's doing it.
You need to pretend you're like Tyler's Middle Eastern neighbor.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
next time.
Or she goes, "Did you just pee on yourself?" No, I didn't.
hey, are
No,
you
I didn't.
flossing and have you just ejaculated?
That is not pee.
That's
Anyway,
that's my kamikaze pilot. Anyway, Tyler, thank you so much.
Oh,
Anything
dude,
you want
this
to
was
plug
great.
before you go?
No.
You
I mean,
have
just
a-
play. Come
Oh,
on.
June 28th.
June 28th.
Is that a ticketed event? Can we buy tickets?
Ticketed, yes.
Okay.
But
Anyone
yeah,
anyone opening for you?
I don't know.
well, he'll
yet.
tell you when he's outside barking for tickets.
Yeah. I mean, I'm planning it being a canceled event.
All right,
There's
June
gonna be-
28th, Godfrey
And
Daniels.
come,
You can catch
just have
Tyler
these people come
Rothrock.
see live shit.
Yeah.
Do 40 minutes.
Yeah.
March 11th, Doug is battling Dan Shelley, and this isn't going to go live before tomorrow, but you can catch me tomorrow doing all my stupid fucking wordplay at Country Club Comedy. Thank you very much for coming on the Jokes by Joe show. That's a wrap.
Hell yes.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
That's good. Thanks for coming.
Feedback.
So, yeah. I want to know. Here's what I want to know. How did you get booked on the show?
This?
Yeah.
I think it was Joey Tepedino.